It feels good to be able to do whatever you want to do, doesn't it? To have freedom without any conditions, privileges without any restraints, liberty without any responsibilities. Yes, I know it does. However, in the real world, actions do have consequences. By our collective consciousness, we humans have agreed that some actions are harmful to others. We have labeled these actions as crimes, which suggests that they are wrong and deserving of punishment. I think it makes sense for us to be aware of some of these actions, of course, with the understanding that we should desist from them. We will also learn some other words that deal with crime and punishment. First, let's learn about the difference between robbery and burglary. These are words that people often use interchangeably, but there are obvious differences. Burglary occurs when a person illegally enters a building in order to commit a crime while inside. This is usually done in the absence of the legal occupants of such a building. Robbery, on the other hand, generally involves someone taking something of value directly from another person using violence or the threat of violence. So, you could say, the Johnsons were burgled while they were away on vacation, or the Johnsons were robbed at the airport. Now, vandalism. Vandalism is the act of deliberately destroying public or private property. This could involve covering the walls of a property in graffiti or smashing windows with sticks and stones. Someone who does this is known as a vandal. Arson is the act of deliberately setting fire to people's property. You can think of an arsonist as a type of vandal, but his or her crime is more specific. Some crimes involve less violence, but they can be just as detrimental to their victims. One of them is fraud. Fraud occurs when someone deceives others in order to make some financial gain. You could also consider embezzlement and identity theft as types of fraud. If you are entrusted with funds belonging to many people and you decide to deceptively use those funds for your own personal purposes, that will be embezzlement. Identity theft, on the other hand, involves pretending to be someone else in order to defraud people. Now, what happens when such criminals are caught? They get arrested, taken into custody, and then charged to court. Did you notice that some of these phrases are collocations? Let's break them down. If one is taken into custody, it means that the person is being temporarily held by the police. Someone who has been charged to court has been formally accused of criminal activity and so has to explain or defend himself or herself in a court of law. Apart from the police and the judge, there are a set of people that are always involved in such processes. A defense counsel is a lawyer who has been hired specifically to argue that the person who has been accused is innocent or does not deserve to be punished. The prosecutor is a lawyer who argues that the accused person is guilty or deserving of punishment. Then, the person who has been accused of a criminal act is known in legal terms as the accused or the defendant. On a final note, there is a debate that is going on right now in several countries across the globe. Some people think that anyone who has committed a very serious crime should be executed. Others think that all life is precious, so nobody should be deliberately killed in the name of the law. This act of killing someone as punishment for a serious crime is called capital punishment. So, do you support or oppose capital punishments. Think about it. Catch you next time.